When you hear someone mention inexperienced drivers, your mind may leap to a picture similar to this one. A young person who, with just a short time behind the wheel, still has much to learn about the art of driving safely. There is nothing wrong with that picture. We were all young once, and we all had to work through our first few days, months and years at the wheel. We were, relative to where we are now, inexperienced. Over time, our knowledge grew, our judgment improved, and our traffic reasoning and decision-making became more seasoned and reliable. Usually, when someone uses the word inexperienced in front of a description of what someone else is doing, they are inferring that that person's lack of practice at whatever activity they are engaged in makes them less proficient at that task. We all know that experience usually carries some value. It often provides tremendous value. As it relates to driving, inexperienced can mean more than just a youthful lack of driving sophistication. It might relate to a driver operating a vehicle type in which he or she has had very little exposure. It might relate to a driver operating a vehicle in a strange city or a different country. It might even refer to a driver taking on shift work and driving at an unfamiliar time of day. Inexperienced drivers, in whatever form they may take, are prone to more behind-the-wheel incidents because they are more likely to make more behind-the-wheel mistakes. Is there a shortcut to experience? Can someone accelerate their learning processes and diminish the dangers associated with incomplete understandings of how things are best done? Well, the answer is both yes and no. There are some forms of inexperience, and the mistakes that often accompany them, that can only be overcome with experience. That's not very helpful, is it? But there is help to be realized when just a few more pieces are put into place. You've been here, you've travelled, reached your destination, and come to that moment. It's time to unpack, to put things where they belong. You might want to think about unpacking here too. You should be aware that you are safest when you put this machine in traffic, exactly where it belongs. If you've followed the teachings of the Smith system, you may know that we talk about the tendencies of drivers to run in packs. It's a natural instinct for most of nature's creatures to gather in groups, at parties, at home, at work, at school, and certainly in traffic. People tend to collect or pack together. Well, in many of these environments, packing is not just natural, it's productive. It can be social and often it's safer, but in traffic, it can be dangerous. People make mistakes. It's part of being human. If they make a mistake here, in a family social setting like this, it's really pretty harmless. But in a gathering like you see here, if anyone makes a mistake, you can become instantly caught in the aftermath of their errors. If it's you who makes a mistake, and you do from time to time as you drive, your errors can be instantly compounded if you are sandwiched into one of these formations. Now, we are aware that the structure of our road systems causes packs to form in many places, and for a number of reasons. Traffic lights, road construction, vehicle congestion, railroad crossings, and on-road collisions all cause these collection patterns to form. You've got to wonder how you can avoid these messes. Well, the truth is, sometimes you can't, but very often you can, and you should. Watch as Jim Smith, our Senior Vice President of Training, explains the techniques you can use to isolate yourself in traffic. He'll also explain some of the benefits you'll enjoy when you do so.
For years, we have tried to help drivers realize that there are packs or clusters in traffic. These groupings of vehicles, typically found in moderate to light traffic, represent areas where the odds of conflict run higher.